Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Yes, please calm down. Please, everybody. Yes, I know you're all excited. Everyone, thank you for being here at Kaiju on this, the first night of Hanukkah. Thank you. Really, please stop the applause. Thank you. I am Nathan P. Woodard. This is We Don't Have a Podcast Yet. My co-host, Andrew A.J. Estes, is in the back getting dressed. AJ, you can come on out. Here he is. He's now we had this whole plan that we were going to dress up as Scrooge and Marley, and I said, I have a Scrooge costume. I will go to the costume shop and buy a Marley costume.
I'm currently wearing a Marley costume.
For the listeners, I am wearing sweatpants and a sweater because I could not find the Scrooge costume after I went and spent $50 on a Marley costume.
Yeah, but you can hear that $50 in these plastic chains.
Yeah.
Listen real close.
Those are the chains he forged in life. Now, we both are also wearing adult diapers.
Because it's cool to be responsible and know your limits.
It's because we can't ever get
your
through
bladder limits.
We can never get through a podcast without having to pee, and we didn't realize until after we had the idea to book the empty night at the bar to do our podcast that we were going to have a problem with going to the bathroom in front of an audience. So I'll just show you.
We're gonna parade these bubble butts around.
Yeah, if you thought AJ was just thicker than usual,
it's juicy.
It's not juicy yet, but we'll see how this goes. I've already had 2 beers. I think rule is first one to pee loses. Yeah,
game is on.
Also, I don't know how good these are. Kroger brand, depends. So I don't know if they'll contain. They're not built for drunks, I don't think. I bought the overnight kind. You know, the kind that you wear when you're going on a date.
I found it very difficult to pull my boxers back on over top of these Depends.
I'm wearing sweatpants because I figured that would be the best way to wear a giant dumpy diaper.
Yeah.
Now, you can tear the side when you want to take them off. You don't have to wiggle out of them.
I put my Depends on one leg at a time, just like everybody else.
Just an average Joe.
Yeah.
He's on the campaign trail just telling people about his adult diaper. I'm just like you, you know?
Yeah.
I do the Mayor Pete dance. One hand at a time. So if you've never, just a round of applause for everyone here. Who here? Yeah, there it is again. Who here has listened to We Don't Have a Podcast Yet before? All right. I know there's like 4 of our friends who are just sitting at the bar out there not watching us record this podcast right now.
Well, when you go to a concert, it's not cool to dance. You stand and nod.
Yeah. They all showed up.
If there's a live podcast that you're a fan of, you can hear it from the bar. There's not a visual element. It'd be pretty lame to go in and watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, they all did show up wearing our T-shirts, though, which a little embarrassing for them. I would say almost as embarrassing as having a live podcast with no audience.
I'm not embarrassed at all.
AJ's parents are here. How about the other people in the audience? Give it up for AJ's parents.
I mean,
whoa!
This is a big win for me because you dressed me up like a ghost wearing adult diapers. So the fewer people that see me, the better.
This is also my first time meeting AJ's parents. We've been friends for many years, and I have to say this is exactly how I hoped it would go. I want to just get out in front and say I have never done drugs, and I'm definitely not on drugs right now. So.
Me either, Mom.
All right, so the way that this works is, we're two white men, and we felt like we should have a podcast as such. Everybody's doing it. At least all the white men are doing it.
Yeah, they all have something that they're really good at, and everybody listens to them because their opinions are important.
We have opinions on the Lady Ghostbusters, and you need to hear them. But we didn't have a good idea for a podcast, but, we just kind of had to stake our claim. So here we are every week recording, hoping that we come up with the idea for what the podcast will be. So we each come with ideas, and we talk it out, and then we try and do the podcast as we have decided. And so far, none of them have stuck. It's been...
There have been, there was a winner for somebody else probably thrown in there, but nothing like the winners were never us.
Oh, yeah. This is also, we should say, all of our ideas are licensed under a Creative Commons license. As long as you attribute us, you can record the podcast. You can take any of these ideas and run with them. As long as we get just a byline somewhere.
A byline, and also we can drop in and guest on your podcast anytime we want because we created it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, we'd be the Kramers of your podcast. We can just barge in whenever and, talk about the Mayor Pete dance.
Yeah, the Mayor Pete dance.
6 years from now, we'll be like, hey, you remember the Mayor Pete dance?
References never get old.
Never. Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah, circa 1992, a very good vintage. It was a cola, but it was clear. And it was clearly a great cola.
That's true. All of that is true. It's why it's so beloved today.
Sometimes people forget these things, and you have to remind them, remember how much you fucking loved Crystal Pepsi? Remember how you would pour it in a water bottle and pretend like you were drinking vodka at school, but it was Crystal Pepsi?
All the cool kids.
Yeah.
Hanging around the Crystal Pepsi machine. All right. Do you want to start us off? Do you have an idea for a podcast, AJ?
I do. I'm not entirely sure if we have the crowd to accommodate this first idea, but I was thinking we were going to have a big old game night going. My first idea is called Bingo is the Nameo of the Gameo.
All right.
And generally the idea of it is people like bingo, but how many bingo halls, how many assisted living facilities, etc., across this country are employing people to read like a fucking letter and number combination just so somebody can put a little check on their board?
Now, I thought you were going to suggest something with more pizzazz, but you just described bingo.
That's what it is, and this is what that podcast would be. I'm talking about just selling this to the bingo halls and assisted living facilities across America and cutting heads left and right.
Oh, I see.
Hire our recording,
just play the podcast.
Just get rid of those people.
So it's just us calling bingo, and they just play the podcast?
Yeah, I guess you still need somebody to pause the podcast when somebody yells bingo and to check that they aren't filthy liars.
What we could do is just in between every time we call a number, then we do an ad for LifeLock or a mattress company or something like that. And that would,
that could fill in the gaps.
It generates revenue.
But mostly I'm doing it for the love of bingo.
For the love of the game. Like Michael Jordan returning to basketball.
Whoever the bigwigs behind Bingo are did a really great job when they commissioned that children's song about the dog whose name is Bingo.
Now, are you certain that the dog's name is Bingo? Because it's ambiguous. A farmer had a dog, and Bingo was his name-o.
Yeah, what's ambiguous about that? Oh, you're saying the farmer's name is Bingo?
Yeah, it could be old Farmer Bingo.
You've just blown my mind. That has never crossed my mind.
What's the name of his other dog?
Yeah, and generally, like, farmers might not even name their dogs. Those are
meat
filthy
dogs.
Workers.
Oh.
Mean dogs?
I said meat dogs.
Meat dogs, yeah.
Yeah, you don't name them if you're going to butcher them later. Okay, well, that is an idea for a podcast. The Bingo is the Nameo of the Gameo. And I'm assuming that the items that we have displayed here on the table would be bingo prizes.
Yes.
We have for the listener, we have a Uncle Sam bank, a piggy bank. I think he eats the pennies.
He throws them in his giant bag. But
he's got a bag.
His aim's a little bit off, so most of the time he just throws it on the ground.
And then we have Batman, a 12-inch Batman action figure.
Which boasts true moves.
True moves.
I think it's got 11 points of articulation.
11. And none of them could stop his parents from being murdered in cold blood. Next up, we have some sort of a ceramic head that is sporting a pair of sunglasses. Are the sunglasses a prize, or is the head part of the prize?
This head is just like special for bingo. It's a special bingo head. It's more of an overseer.
Real
than
bingo
a prize.
heads, no. Okay.
You don't play bingo without seeing a head like this presiding over it.
Yeah. It's idolatry. I'm sorry. As a Christian, I can't go along with this.
As a Christian, we don't want you playing bingo.
It's true. I also can't gamble or drink alcohol. And then we have another old-timey piggy bank here. This one appears to be boys playing stickball.
But I'll just make a disclaimer. The pitcher who pitches the penny into the hole that represents the catcher's mitt, he throws it underhand like a little sissy.
No, that's not very nice.
That's not nice at all. But it's
2019.
I wish he would just throw the ball with that unnatural overhand motion that tears rotator cuffs.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that you don't say pitcher and catcher. It's top and bottom now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, here's my first idea for a podcast. I just wrote down start a cult. We've had a few more people trickle in here. I don't know if we have the critical mass to start a religious cult.
I mean, you're in on the ground floor.
Yeah. Let's be honest.
Everybody's going to have important jobs.
A cult is a pyramid scheme, and you all would get to be, in the big tent, you know?
It will be important that you can sell this cult.
Yeah. Also, we're selling scented candles. That's part of the cult. You have to get your friends to sign up to sell scented candles as well. Who do we worship?
Well, really, aren't we asking who do we say that we worship? Because, I mean, I'm looking out for number one.
Yeah, maybe this is more of like a hippy-dippy cult. We don't actually have a god. What do we...
I don't know. Let's take some of the best parts of...
inner peace? That sort of thing?
I don't know. How about... I'd rather go with somebody like Poseidon.
Poseidon.
Somebody who's established already. I
We
like
just steal him.
I like a good strong hand.
He's ours now.
On the till.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Poseidon on our cult. That's good.
Not only god of the sea, but also of horses, and not seahorses like horses.
Really?
Yeah.
What about hippos?
I don't think the ancient Greeks knew about hippos, but if
They
they
had the
did,
hippodrome, right?
that's the Romans.
Ah, shit. Also, that was horses. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, they were real dumb. They called horses hippos.
Yeah. So maybe Poseidon was the god of hippos, and they just got it goofed up.
What kind of food do hippos eat?
People, I think.
They're so hungry.
They eat marbles. That's what their food is. Major food. So you go to the zoo, there's just a guy with a big bag of marbles dumping them into the hippo's mouth.
You put a quarter into the machine, and it gives you a handful of marbles to feed the hippo.
You can toss them into the hippo tank and watch them all. Their necks stretching out.
They're all very brightly colored. There's an orange hippo, a green hippo, a blue hippo.
Fuck.
You know, they're one of nature's most colorful animals.
I'd buy a season pass to the zoo if they had hungry hippos there. Just saddle them up and you ride them out into a big field where there's... Maybe that's what the hippodrome was.
I have an idea to improve hungry
All
hippos.
right.
When they eat them, it just like shoots out into the marble comes into a little chute.
Mm-hmm.
So you can count it at the end to see who wins. Realistic buttholes. Just like a sphincter. Maybe you have to hook a can of air up to it to make it work, but just like a real good
Each hippo...
plop.
Each hippo is like in a U shape, like a cat that's sleeping in a sunbeam. So he eats the marble and then it pops out his butthole back into the game. And you just have a little counter going on top of your hippo.
And then when you play a second game, you can be like, they're eating poop, they're eating poop, they're eating poop.
All right, so that's our idea for a cult. You got another idea?
Yeah, I've got another idea. And this one is called How You Will Spend Your Christmas Vacation. And it's mostly just like a power trip because you guys are sitting here listening to me talking to a microphone. But you know how when you were in school and you had to write a report on how you spent your vacation? But every time I ever did it, I was like, I don't know. I ate a lot of burgers. We went to the beach and I ate a burger. So I think we could maybe ask our audience what the who, what, where, when, and how of their vacation is stacking up for them, and then we can give them directives, not suggestions. This is not advice. This is just...
We're coming out like Tony Robbins.
You are pawns on
just
our board.
All teeth and hot coals and telling people what to do with their Christmas.
I like the idea of being in charge.
Yeah, me too. That's why I want to start a cult.
Yeah, I guess if we started the cult, there wouldn't be any vacation, so we couldn't do both of these podcasts concurrently. We'd have to pick one or the other.
Well, you could, but then if you're the leader of the cult, you just have to be like, here's what you do for Christmas. Wash my limousine. My fleet of limousines.
My adult diaper is sagging
Yes, please.
with weight. Change me.
Yes, if you've wandered into this show after the beginning, AJ and I are both wearing adult diapers because we realized we couldn't go to the bathroom during the show. So that's what kind of show it is, folks.
When Strom Thurmond would filibuster in the Senate, did he just wear a second adult diaper on top of the adult diaper he was already wearing?
was a good one. Got me. Oh, shit. All right, where were we? That was how you spend your Christmas. How you will.
You will spend your Christmas how I tell you to.
That's what it's called now.
Smile. It's a holiday. Everybody's supposed to be happy. I am happy. This is going to be a good holiday.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. All right, here's my second idea for a podcast.
All right, what you got?
This one is called, we didn't bother to, well, I guess that Christmas one, I didn't write down anything even holiday themed, but I guess we could try and like shoehorn some holiday cheer into this. My second idea is called Contrarian Corner. Now this is a real hot on the internet right now. If you don't know, there's a great shortcut to being interesting, and it's just having the opposite opinion of everyone around you. So we could do like a Ben Shapiro style show where we just have the people say, "I think this," and then we like lay into them with why they're wrong.
Well, actually,
yeah, it'd just be a actually podcast. Like, give me an opinion.
I like hot dogs.
But you know that hot dogs are full of nitrates, and also they're phallic in nature.
Stop saying reasons I love hot dogs.
That's
as negatives.
This is 2019, right? And we need a vagina-shaped hot dog. Am I right, ladies? Am I right? Am I right? Vagina-shaped hot dogs. Yeah. Oh, shit. That was the end of the recording of the crowd cheering. The crowd's not on board with vagina hot dogs. But that's what makes me such a contrarian. I don't care. I don't care if that's not what you want.
Yeah.
Get a vagina hot dog.
You can clap or not.
Yeah. Squirt a little mustard in it.
So if the vagina is the hot dog, does that mean that there's a bread sausage in the middle of it?
I guess.
Like just like a crazy bread stick on there?
It's just a meat bun, and then you put a crazy bread in it.
It's really if KFC made hot dogs, this would already exist.
You know what? It's a too apt metaphor for heterosexual coitus. The idea of the bread hot dog just that disgusting, oily, covered in Parmesan breadstick going into a meat vagina.
I think that it could become the quintessentially American food stuff.
It's here, and we love it, folks. Start the BuzzFeed articles. All right. Well, do you want to try a contrarian opinion?
Sure. Throw something out there.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man was the best Spider-Man.
Oh boy. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man.
He got me.
Because whoever wrote the script for 2 knew how to actually write dialogue and
yeah, what the fuck is up with that Green Goblin too? Do y'all remember the Green Goblin from that? Who here remembers seeing the leaked photo of the Green Goblin before the movie came out and being like, "Oh, this has to be a joke"?
He's a robot monster.
He looks like a Power Rangers villain. Who was the villain in the second one?
Dr. Octopus.
Octoman. Octomom.
Dr. Octomom.
That's right.
Which it was difficult. Like he had very giant robotic metal arms, but they are all cradling a small child. So he had like there was a lot of scenes where he drops the baby. He's like, "Oh, is he going to catch the baby?" I think they were trying to allude to that time Michael Jackson was holding a blanket over the balcony with that one.
You remember Octomom?
Yes.
Man, I remember I had a friend who got fired from her job because she worked for the cable company, in the billing department, and she screenshotted someone's cable bill where they had bought a film called Cocteau Mom and tweeted it.
Did the Octo Mom star in Cocteau Mom? Because I know that her...
No, but this is the thing that's just sinking in now, is that the Octo Mom did porn, and how upsetting would it be if you were the director of Cocteau Mom, that after you made that, then Octo Mom agreed to do porn. You're like, shit.
Man,
it's like whoever directed that James Bond movie that wasn't Pierce Brosnan because he was on Remington Steele. Like, he's the real James Bond.
Oh,
that's my
poor
contrarian
Timothy
opinion.
Daly. Timothy Daly was not the worst James Bond.
Timothy Daly?
Dalton, sorry. I got the wrong one. Timothy, that's an actor too, right? I messed up.
Yeah. Well, I guess the idea's ruined now.
I got the first 3 letters of his last name right.
All right, so that was Contrarian Corner. What else do you got?
Let's see. I've got parties for shut-ins.
Ooh.
Which, isn't that what every podcast is already? And couldn't we just come out of there and just be like, hey, you've got your headphones in. You don't want to talk to anybody. You haven't been to a party in a long time. We're just gonna play a lot of fun music, and we're gonna talk about the dance moves we're doing, and we're gonna have fun small talk conversations on this podcast. It's gonna be so much fun. But you don't have to leave your bed.
So you
can stay in bed.
This would be where we just simulate a party.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot like the scene in Home Alone, only we don't actually have to make cardboard cutouts dance with each other and set up like a toy train set to
Choo-choo train with Michael Jordan on it.
Yeah, so it would just be the audio component of that, and it would just be like, hey, I'm at a shindig, I'm at a fun shindig, but you're really just in your bed with your headphones plugged into your laptop.
Now,
Again.
I'm just realizing, why did Kevin McAllister's family have a bunch of mannequins in their basement? He's just I'll use the mannequins to make it look like there are people in the house.
Did they ever go into how they had such an ungodly amount of money to own? I think that house is bigger than the White House.
It's a very big
house.
It's
a huge-ass house.
And there's, 3? How many kids? Fuller is the cousin, the one that wets the bed.
It is the movie that told every kid from my age group, oh, you're poor. You're poor.
You're poor, and if you're wetting the bed, that's weird. And I was like,
you have to go to the attic, which is bigger than my house.
Mine was just full of that Pink Panther insulation. I didn't want to.
Mine too.
I didn't want to piss on that. That'd be gross. How did the Pink Panther get? That's a great branding get right there. Like, the Pink Panther did basically nothing except for appear on TV in weird cartoons that I'd never understood, and then sold Corning insulation to contractors.
I hope Henry Mancini got a whole lot of money for that, because the Pink Panther is completely built on the score from the movie. Like that. He doesn't talk. He does I don't even remember what he does. What do you do, Pink Panther?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Sell insulation.
I used to watch that cartoon. Couldn't tell you what he did. I think all I can think of is the cartoon from the beginning of the Pink Panther movie. And the Pink Panther, I saw that movie as a kid. I was mad as hell. Pink Panther only in the first 3 minutes of the movie, and then it's just some weird French guy doing French-style comedy. And I'm an American child.
Yeah, just get it straight out of here. We want
Panther
that we don't know what does.
Pink Panther movie with the Pink Panther.
He's going to finally talk, y'all.
He's going to solve a crime.
You know, they don't just let him talk in the TV show, because you got to go to the movie for that. You got to go to the movie store and rent the movie that came out 20 years before that cartoon.
It's the new Pink Panther. Our Pink Panther movie is the Pink Panther is in the movie, and he's just going around trying to get people to sign up for a class action lawsuit because they got mesothelioma from the insulation.
Is it too late to get in on that lawsuit?
What was the idea? I'm so lost. Oh, look at this.
Oh, we have beers.
Free beers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, AJ's mom. All right.
You got another idea?
Well, I think that's two each for us, right?
I did 3.
You did 3?
I did 3.
Well, shit.
I'm stronger than normal.
All right. Well,
are big.
Let's go. We normally reach out on Facebook to our fans on Facebook for ideas, but I didn't put out the clarion call because I figured we could just ask the audience here.
Yeah.
So, if anyone here has an idea for a podcast, raise your hand. Anyone?
You, sir.
Yeah! Oh, there it is!
Rob.
Come on up. Come on up.
We have a microphone set up here for you.
Yes, you can come up here.
Yes, please
so
come
we can
up.
Hear you.
Please join us.
Please welcome.
This is weird.
To our menagerie of horrors.
I think it looks fun. Like if you don't like it, we can switch places. I'll go over there.
No, this is cool.
Okay, cool.
Switch places.
No.
Now, what is your name, sir?
It's Boris.
Okay.
For us?
Oh. He's getting heckled. Oh, he's getting heckled. Oh, the crowd loves it. What's your idea?
Do a podcast about gay culture.
Now,
right.
we've been down this road before, but not in the way you're thinking.
It's a fun road.
It is.
There's lots of great comedy, song, and dance, and I think we could do it. I don't know if we're the best people to do it, but I will do
Sounds
it.
pretty gay to me. So
I mean,
good.
Cats came out this week. That's probably what it would be
Veto.
about right now.
Cats came out.
It's probably going to be about cats right now this week. It's maybe not the best week to do the gay culture.
Gay culture is not cats.
It's not at all.
At all.
Not at all. Okay.
Gay people are not seeing that movie.
Who's seeing that movie then?
People who have a weird need to be freaked out, I think, is who's seeing them. I honestly, if anybody wants to get torched and see Cats this weekend,
Yeah, I want to see cats.
yeah, holler at me.
Anybody want to see cats? I'm down.
Yeah, I want to do edibles and see Cats. That is definitely. It's not gay culture.
I
but
thought
I'll
I
take
was being a friend of the gay community by going to see Cats, but that's apparently not true. It's all for me, which everything always is.
So what is a topic we could cover in gay culture, the podcast?
Like how gay men are just sluts. You could talk about that.
Wait.
That's easy.
Wait, gay men are sluts?
What does that mean? I'm gay?
You could talk about gay people who are expected to be fashionable, but they're not.
I feel like I don't want to go into that territory. Like,
Is this
they're
going to be
not.
like a gay people? They're
not.
just
Listen,
like us.
Listen, they
are.
They think they are, but they're not. That's
Real different.
That is not the kind of podcast I'm trying to have.
I don't know. When you first said it, immediately was just thinking about like art, but I wasn't thinking
Oh,
about
yeah.
the social part of culture.
Right,
And
art.
I'm really not the person to do the social part of it, but
Get down to brass tacks.
brass tacks. Down to brass
Also,
tacks.
that brass tacks is a gay porn icon.
I do like I can be the I'm the idiot on this, so I could definitely be the idiot on a gay culture podcast. And you can tell me what brass tacks means because I have no idea.
Oh no, that's a gay porn star. Brass tacks.
Wait, what?
Really?
Yes.
You
Oh,
looked
wow.
at me like you were surprised I hadn't heard of it.
Does he have a sidekick named Thumbtack?
He does, but it's not a person; it's a toy.
Oh. Of course it is.
I mean, I got a laptop right here. I can look it up.
Please do.
All right, hang on. Let me open incognito mode. Gay porn, brass tacks. Oh, I used Google. Let me Bing it.
Yeah, you gotta Bing that shit.
You only Bing porn. Like, that should be their slogan.
Everybody knows that.
Oh shit. Now I gotta turn off safe mode. No, I'm not seeing anybody named Brass Tacks. Ooh, there's Joey Brass.
It's
Oh,
only-
you're reading the words and
I
not
should
just
have
After gym class.
every
should've-
one of these men's name is brass tacks to me.
I should have told you it's only available on the dark web.
Married man. Rusty / Jaden. Which one's married? It's not married men. Do you think he's gay married? No, this came out in 2012. Okay. So this is happening outside of the law. All right, well thank you.
Am I done?
Thank you, Boris. Yes,
you
can
can
sit
be, but
down.
you don't have to be.
Okay, thank you.
Does anyone else have an idea for a podcast?
Thank you, Boris.
We have a hand. Yes, come up. Tell us your idea.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Woo.
Hi,
Hello, and what is your name?
my name is Krampus.
Krampus.
Yes.
I've heard of your work.
Thanks.
All right.
So, do I start?
Wait.
You can start
wait.
any time.
Now.
Okay. So my idea is, one host gets high, not on
Done.
edibles, not on edibles, but like regular smoking weed, and one host, the co-host, is not high. I'm sorry, I looked at you when I said that. And you both try out the same foods, like normal food you would normally eat, and you're the control, the person that's not high, and you both have to describe the food, and the point is to see if it's described any more differently by the person that's high.
All
Okay.
right. Okay. Now.
So this is just like, is this for people to decide whether they want to eat foods while high or not high?
That and also like
Or
it's kind
is
of
it
like
scientific?
Food Network. No, it's a little scientific because there's a control person, but it's more like Food Networky where you have to see who can describe the food in the best way possible. So I want to see like, is the person that's high able to achieve more flavor profiles than the person that isn't, or is it going to be a flop because the person that's high is too high to decide what they're tasting?
Okay.
Fair enough.
Now, we did not bring any food with us, but this bar does have a limited menu in the form of chips and snacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we could.
I do love chips and snacks.
Get some sardines and.
Don't forget the quail eggs.
Qua-
Boiled
did-
peanuts.
Do they have the quail eggs? I ate the quail eggs one time here.
I've eaten the quail eggs.
There. You know those little erasers you get from the book fair? That's what those taste like.
It reminded me of when I had pica and I ate things that weren't food. It was like paint chips, the food. Little rocks I found on the playground, the food.
Up there on the marquee.
It will
paint
sustain
chips,
you this time.
The food. Okay.
But we could definitely do that. I love eating.
That. I also love eating.
I am a little bit worried right now because my backside is very large due to this adult diaper.
These adult diapers are not for loafs.
No, like I am now thinking like there were times that I had pants and I was like, that'd be cool, but my butt's not big enough to sell it. And now I know all I need to do is buy an adult diaper and I can just I can be thick as hell all of a sudden.
It doesn't cover it's not a big butt thing like you think it would be. It's more like, it feels like I'm riding a unicycle. Like there's just a thick thing that's like running up between my ass cheeks.
It's like where a thong would be, but it's doing thong bad thong.
Yeah, it's like I'm on a tiny horse. A tiny absorbent horse. All right, should we defer to the Podtron?
Yeah, we need a robot to fix it for us.
Okay, so this is the other way we try and come up with ideas. If you're not familiar with the pod, well, it's not a podcast. It's just us trying to come up with the idea for one. This is the Podtron 4500. This is an artificial intelligence that I created, and we feed it the top 1,000 Apple podcast titles, and then it uses a neural net to reassemble those into what it thinks would be other popular podcasts. So if I could just get somebody to come up, could I get a volunteer here?
Who wants to click the button?
Michael, yes. Yes. Everyone, give a round of applause. Okay, so no, there's a button. There's a button there that reads, "Don't pull."
Never.
For the love of God, don't pull. Now, there's several large white buttons at the bottom. There's one that says like "operate" or something like that. Just hit that one. Did you? It didn't turn on.
You gotta plug it in.
It is plugged in. Oh, no. There it goes. There it goes. Ah! Oh, God, now it won't stop. Oh, hang on. I think I can. There, I just unplugged it. That was it. It started to
It can
overheat.
only have sentience for a very short amount of time, or it goes insane.
It's very dangerous. The Podtron. We can't. We let it write news articles, and that's how we got the Mayor Pete dance. So, all right. Do you see anything that you?
The first thing jumping out to me is Gangster Class.
Now, sometimes we get these ideas from the Podtron, and we have to
make sure it's not a real
make
podcast
sure it's not a
already.
real podcast.
But I'm thinking that this is
Now, this is gangster or gangsta?
it's gangster, like hard R at the end. It's tasteless.
Looks like this one's free to use. Gangster
Free
Class.
to use. So we're Joe Pesci's working again. We're gonna kidnap him and have him teach us how to be gangsters.
Okay. And do you think
Because he's a real gangster in real life,
is he?
as far as I know.
Have you seen that movie? The Irishman? I've seen 1/3 of it.
Same.
And let me tell you, Joe Pesci's nose looks like a bad penis.
But isn't that his charm?
I feel like it's weird seeing these guys playing their younger selves when their younger versions of themselves don't look like how they looked in the movies back then.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, that to have a man whose nose looks like an ugly penis, but then to have a beautiful penis that, like lovely golden locks.
Wait.
Just tumbling to the side of his penis's face.
This is Joe Pesci's penis you're talking about?
Yeah, just like I didn't even know they made a lipstick tiny enough to paint up the penis hole like it's a pair of lips. Just a knockout penis.
Ooh, boy, yoing. Well, I feel like no, this is a good idea. However, I'm noticing immediately the problem with this idea is, I mean, the lights are pretty bright up here, but is Joseph Pesci in the audience tonight? Is he?
He's pretty small. Like we might need to tilt our gaze downwards.
If you're Joe Pesci, you're gonna stand on the chair, please. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he stood on a shine box.
Joe, can we see your glorious penis? Oh, he's showing us. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, my God. Oh, now he ran out of the room.
He's very spry.
He is. I mean, well, he's got all that CGI done on him.
Yeah.
It's like
he's a new man.
He's completely
They
reborn.
put him through the computers, and we're ready for 50 more years.
They fed him through that computer, and he came out the other side almost as good as new, but still with those sad, wet dog eyes for some reason.
Sometimes you go through the computer and you come out a hologram, and sometimes you come out a new young man of yourself.
What if that was like the singularity, was just everybody came out the other side as a young Joe Pesci? Like you upload yourself to a computer and then you get in there like Lawnmower Man and you're like, hey, what the hell is this? I'm Joe Pesci. Was this funny to you?
What, there's no sliders?
There's no sliders?
Yeah.
Well,
It's like we're all a creative character.
I was thinking of the hamburgers, but the little sliders.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't got a hamburger that'll fit my tiny hands?
You upload your consciousness to a computer, and it just dumps you into a simulation of being Joe Pesci in a restaurant mad that
You
there
can
aren't
live
sliders
forever,
on the menu.
but your eternity is spent in a White Castle. Will you
As
take it?
Joe Pesci.
Yeah. I think a slight yes. Slight yes. Because White Castle's always innovating, and they have new flavors every month. I think I could spend eternity in a White Castle as Joe Pesci.
All right. Here's my first pick from what the podcast has created for us. This is now it's clearly taken from an existing, actually two existing podcasts, and tried to mash them into one thing, and it's called One Bad Mother, My Brother, and Me. And I think this would just be a podcast where I call up my brother and we talk about back when our mom was addicted to playing Snood online and did not come pick us up from school.
Is your mother gonna be part of the podcast? You gonna get her in on it?
Well, here's the problem. We try to call her, but we have dial-up, and she's playing Snood, so we just get the busy tone. And then the principal's like, "Are you boys okay?" We're like, "Yeah, I guess so."
Did like a guidance counselor drive you home or something?
Well,
I know how it turned out. You're fine.
Yeah, I died that night. Woo!
No, you're sitting right next to me wearing an adult diaper right now.
Yeah, no, so not fine. This is how I turned out. I crave attention.
He just wants somebody to pick him up.
Somebody, please, come pick me
Just
up.
take the boy home. Take him home.
Take me to your home. Don't bring me back there. It's just macaroni and snood.
Yeah. His mom makes macaroni different, but it's not going to be a problem for him. He'll eat your weird new macaroni.
Wait, is there new macaroni?
A lot of people make macaroni a lot of different ways. Sometimes it's
true.
not even like an elbow.
When I was a child, if you'd given me Velveeta shells and cheese, I would have thought that you had stolen fire from the gods. Yeah, so I don't know how can we incorporate our audience into a podcast about complaining about your mom. Now your mom is actually
Yeah,
here.
I'm a bad person to ask right now.
You're
I'm
like backing away from this idea. Like,
I'm backing
ugh.
away from this more than I was wearing an adult diaper. Like I'm embracing that currently.
All right. Well, so I think that one's a wash.
Well, Podtron is not good at brevity. There are so many ideas here. I've got Bobbycast.
Bobbycast.
Which, I mean, there's a lot of Bobbies. It could be
in
like,
England.
Yeah, it could.
Bobby Hill. There's Bobby from
There's
Bobby's
Bobby.
World.
Yeah, I was thinking Bobby's World is where my mind went immediately. Is like, what's that kid? What did he grow up to be? Did he grow up to be Howie Mandel? I don't want a Howie cast, but
No.
it's the Bobby we thought we were getting's cast.
Not the Bobby we need, but the Bobby
We got
we
like
deserve.
the 40-year-old man who's running around in front of a cartoon, blowing up a surgical glove on his forehead, and
Maybe it's Bobby Kennedy. He's back.
yeah, he's I am a ghost. I could do a podcast with Bobby Kennedy, but we're gonna once again get down to brass tacks.
Woo! Brass tacks.
What happened to
I don't
Chevrolet?
understand what the idea of this podcast is at all.
Well, I mean, I guess we would just get a different Bobby each week and be like, why did you decide to live your entire adult life with a child's name? Why aren't you Rob or Robert? Or, I mean, I know that you drive a tow truck, but you don't have to be Bobby. You can.
Are there any
change.
Bobbies in the audience tonight? Ah, shit. I know a guy who goes by Bobby. I could call him up.
Yeah, let's call
But
Bobby.
I don't want to.
No, don't do it then. If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Yeah, he's a bit of a weirdo. If you couldn't tell by the fact that he's a 38-year-old man named Bobby.
I have a former coworker named Bobby, and he hasn't worked there in 3 years, but he still posts on our company's Facebook site, and everybody's like, why is he still posting? Why does he keep friending us when we keep denying it? And it's like, was his moment the 6 months he worked here? Poor Bobby.
Now the whole audience is turned on us, and they're on Bobby's side.
Well, I mean, it is the Bobby cast. They should all be on Bobby's side.
All right. Here's the next one that I like from the Podtron. Actually, there's two, and I can't decide which one is better. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. It's called House of Carbs. Now, I didn't look up to see if that was real or not. Give me a second. But you can be thinking about what House of Carbs would be if it Ah, shit, it is a podcast. Damn. Yeah. Looks like it's just a... All right, well, then I'll go with my second choice, which was called Save The Exorcist. Oh, he had it underlined, too. That was his second choice. Well, what do you think about Save The Exorcist? This would be a political podcast, but where we are... Now, we've had this conversation before. What exactly are they trying to achieve with Pod Save America? Are they trying to save America?
I don't believe so at all. But I think that they really could do some good exorcism.
Yeah. Keep that exorcist safe.
Because all that the priests are doing is feeding into what the demon wants.
Yeah.
If you bore the demon,
we run interference on that demon.
Yeah. If you just accept what the demon is doing with the crucifix and start giving them advice on what that demon should do with their 401k,
there you go.
Like that demon craves attention, and if you only give it financial advice,
the demon. Yeah, so it's just a financial advice podcast for demons. They're like, your mother sucks cocks in hell, and we're like, now you're gonna want to roll that over into a Roth IRA.
Yeah, I mean, most people who need to be exercised, they go ahead and put adult diapers on them.
Yeah, that's true.
That's par for the course. I mean, that's not part of the podcast. I mean,
right.
there might be some little jokes we can make, but that's just how you do it.
You got another one? Was the Exorcist one your other one?
I've also got wonderful, and that's just wonderful with an exclamation point.
Oh, I got bad news for you. I know for a fact that one is an actual podcast.
Oh shit! All right, well, all right.
I got let's see. There was another one that I had circled. It was not what crappens.
Not what crappens? Not
what crappens. Now, how do we make that into a podcast?
I think I know what this podcast is, and I don't think it's a good one.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good one.
Because it's just it would be people eating things and speculating on what their BM is going to be, and then like letting listeners know the differential between reality and their own fiction.
All right.
So we don't want to do that one.
Yeah. All right. So what do we want to do?
Oprah's Super Soul Conversations.
That sounds like it might be real, too.
Super Soul Conversations?
I thought you were going to say Oprah's Super Soldier, and I was here for it, but this is a totally different thing.
Oprah's Super Soldier Conversations. That's not fair. It's not what the Podtron wants, and it's a fickle beast that must be satiated.
All right, but what are we going to do out of all of these ideas? We had the cult. We had the bingo podcast. We had the Contrarian debate podcast. Oh, come on now. Yeah. We're trying to wrap this shit up. What was your other one?
I had parties for shut-ins and how you will spend your Christmas vacation.
How you will spend your Christmas vacation. And then the gay culture. The one where we try food, where we have to do drugs, which we don't do.
Never.
Then a bunch of crazy bullshit from the robot here. What do you think? Which one of these?
I kind of want to tell people how to spend their Christmas vacation.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, give us a 5-minute break to go to the bathroom, and we will be back with instructions on how to spend your Christmas vacation. All right. Hello and welcome.
Hello.
This is, what's it called?
You will do what I tell you to do on your Christmas vacation.
This is You Will Do What I Tell You to Do on Your Christmas Vacation. This is the podcast where you tell us what your plans are for the holidays, and then we tell you what to do instead. Andrew has placed a penny in the Uncle Sam bank.
You gotta close your satchel, Uncle Sam.
Did he not do it? It's not working? He's just saying the Uncle Sam is just doing a lewd jerk-off motion. And
Yeah, and his bag's just wide open for anybody to take anything they want from it. I'm just throwing pennies willy-nilly in there now.
This is so exciting to see.
Yeah.
This is the podcast.
There is a visual element to this live podcast.
There is, and if you're not here, you're missing out. And we didn't film it, so no one gets to enjoy it.
That's how I like things. It's just like everybody misses it. No one's happy.
All right, so
I think the bank's full.
we the way that this podcast works is that we are going to have people tell us what their plans are, and then we tell them what their plans should be.
More like they give us the parameters of what their vacation is, and then we tell them what they will do.
Okay.
It's kind of like normally there's an advice podcast, and then you know that these people are not going to take that advice, and I don't see the point in doing an advice podcast if the advice is not going to be taken. So these are clear directives that must be followed, and there will be a waiver that is signed.
All right. So, is there anyone in the audience? Is there anyone at all in the audience here? Does someone want to come up
Somebody come up.
and tell us what your plans for your holiday is? All
right, we've
no
got
one
one.
has
Here we
plans?
go.
Oh, we got somebody.
Sup?
Hey, what's
Hello.
up?
I'm Ricky. By the way,
This is Ricky, and what are your plans for Christmas, Ricky?
my plan for Christmas is work.
Oh, you gotta not do that.
So that's what you gotta not do,
Yeah.
not work.
Now, when it was July, did you stock up on fireworks? Do you have a backlog? You got a backlog of fireworks?
I wish I could have one.
You have like a hidden cache
I mean,
of artillery.
as an American, you should always spend 1 month's salary on fireworks.
That's true. That's what
It's like a wedding ring or an engagement ring one time in your life, and also every year of your life for the 4th of July. And you have to save some of them and set them off at work so you don't have to work.
Just bring some of those fireworks to work. You're gonna want. Do you mind, without giving away too much? What kind of work do you do?
What kind of work do I do?
Yeah, like what's your workplace setting?
Warehousing.
A warehouse? Okay, so this is a perfect opportunity for what's known as the Saturn Missile Battery. Now, this is a small brick of fireworks that basically they're a type of bottle rocket without a stick. It's a brick of them, and if they were bottle rockets, they're what's known as the whistling moon traveler with report.
Should I put it in the manager's bathroom?
That would be a good move. Now, you know how the Ghostbusters would throw their trap out into the middle of the room and it was attached to a cord, but they would be a good 20 to 30 feet away from where the trap landed? That is what you're going to want to do with these Saturn
missile battery.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I as a ghost, have chains all over me, and sometimes they whack into the microphone. But, in general, this is a reverse Ghostbuster situation.
You're gonna introduce the ghost in the form of fireworks, and then wait, how does reverse Ghostbusters work?
Well, in general,
I think that's just the Lady Ghostbusters, right?
You're trying to a different reverse, more of a reverse of purpose, because the Ghostbusters are capturers, and this is a scarer-awayer.
So you're a ghost
to use
booster.
Technical terminology. Yeah, you're scaring ghosts yourself with this. They don't like booms. They don't like bright lights.
These ghosts.
They don't like the smell of sulfur.
Okay, so this is just a good explanation of how to get out of work. But what do you do once you're not at work?
Might not at work. I would say they don't let us drink at work.
They don't let them drink at work. What? Where do you work?
I work next to the police station.
Yeah. Oh. You might. I hope you got two.
Now, once you got all the bottle rockets going, I don't think anybody's gonna notice if you bring in a little bottle of peppermint schnapps for the holidays. Just sneak out.
They will think there is a shooting in the place if I use fireworks.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Well, it being next door to the police station, they're going to run in there. So you're going to want to run out.
You run out, open the bottle of peppermint schnapps, disguise yourself as a hobo.
Now I'm looking at you, and you have a goatee, but you do not have a mustache. This is the perfect time to break out one of your collection of false mustaches.
False mustache. So you got bottle rockets, bottle of peppermint schnapps, fake mustache, maybe a bindle, put some things in that.
I find wearing a backpack works best because I can just be like, I'm a student. Where's the school at? I think I'm lost. Can somebody help me? And one of the cops might just drive you away from the chaos.
Okay. All right. So this seems like this is not exactly helpful for what to do for the holiday.
What you should
a lot of how to get out of what you have to do.
Yeah. That's always part of it. But now we're to the fruit. We're to the
forbidden fruit.
Nut in the middle of this truffle. And that is, you are going to learn how to whittle.
Okay.
Yeah. Wood and knife in hand is a wonderful medium for sculpture, and time off during the holidays is the perfect time to learn how to make a whale. Or maybe
scrimshaw.
Yeah, maybe you
get yourself a big whale bone.
Yeah, a whale bone, and you make a miniature whale out of a small bone out of a giant whale's body. And
that's what Christmas means to me.
Yeah. You're probably doing this by the light of like a whale fat lantern.
You have a lantern. It's full of the whale oil. You have some of that. What's that crap that's real expensive that they make the whales? I mean,
paraffin.
No.
It was made of whales. I can't even remember. But
whales make expensive stuff.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that
They're the-
Herman Melville's entire literary career is based
They're
on
the
whale
Chinese
products.
sweatshop children of the sea. That's why they call them that, because they make expensive stuff for people.
Isn't like a lot of makeup made from whale junk?
Yeah,
What do you make out of whale junk?
that's where it comes from. Whale junk.
I don't know what part of it. I mean, a whale's spleen is bigger than my entire body.
I don't know why I'm not Googling. Hang on, what's that?
What's that thing that
Whale stuff.
whale junk is? Blubber?
Ambergris.
Amber. Oh, it might be ambergris. That might be French.
Ambergris. It's a dull gray, waxy, flammable substance that they throw up.
Isn't that like aren't there old men on the beach walking by ambergris with their metal detectors, just being like, "Yep,
It's not metal.
another blob of fat."
I think, yeah. All right, so that's what you're doing for Christmas.
You're learning about whales.
You're gonna go to your local library and ask for books on whales.
But first, you have to set up an elaborate distraction that gets you out of work, and since I work with you, me out of work too. That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hey, woo! Is there anyone else who wants to tell us about their plans? This is. What are your plans?
I would prefer to go and stand at the guest microphone. for
Okay.
this.
We can do this.
Well, I was doing a live podcast, and my parents came up to watch me, and I'm wearing an adult diaper and a big sheet and chains on my head right now.
Sounds like a great time.
Okay. I have to work a 10-hour shift tomorrow, but hopefully Ricky sets up an elaborate fireworks display that gets me out of that.
Okay.
And then after that, what should I do? I've got my mom and pop up here.
Yeah.
Like I'm hosting Christmas for the first time ever. What should I do to make it special for them? They've already told me that my bathroom is disgusting.
So you're hosting Christmas.
I'm the hostess with the leastest.
Okay. Now I've been to your apartment. I can confirm the bathroom is disgusting.
True.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
I've always considered
blew
like a
it up.
feature, and not a.
It's a water feature.
Yeah.
It's not overflowing. It's a fountain. You still got that piano in the
Still got the
sunroom?
piano.
All right. So how quickly could you learn to play the piano?
I think a lot faster if all three of us learned at the same time and only had to focus on 1/3 of the keys.
That's a great idea. So yeah. So I think you guys need to. I'm gonna say. Learn Jingle Bells, but only learn your. How many keys are on a piano? 88.
Yes.
So 88 divided by 3 is a fraction. You're gonna each have to learn like a half key
yeah, we're all gonna like, whoever sits in the middle is gonna have to share a key with somebody on the left and the right.
But then, within learning that song, there's another.
Actually, scratch that. I'm gonna sit on the back of the piano and I'm gonna do all the black keys. I'm the black key man.
You're gonna be leaning over the top of the piano, just playing the black keys in
Yeah, I'm gonna tie chopsticks to my fingers, so I got that Wolverine reach.
Like a Freddy Krueger.
But without the danger.
Without
just but with the clumsiness with which I manipulate anything.
Okay, but then so you're gonna do the song, the Jingle Bells song.
Or am I doing the classic Jingle Bells or am I doing the Jingle Bell Rock?
No, the classic Jingle Bells, not the rock, not the Batman one.
Okay, well, I'm not planning on being the singer. I can say whatever words in my head I want.
All right, but this is what I'm getting at, is that there is a problem that you're going to encounter, is that the song is going to give you more instructions. So you're going to have to get a bobtail nag, and that's not as easy as just learning the piano. Or it might be more easy. I don't know.
I mean, can't you just get a nag and bob that tail yourself?
I believe the song says you get a bobtail nag. And then I think it says $2.40 for his feet. And I think I'm no expert on horses or Christmas, but I believe that when it says get a bobtailed nag, $2.40 for his feet, what you have to do is you get 2 40-ounce malt liquor bottles.
And this is like Edward Forty Hands, but with a horse.
The horse's feet. And then the horse has to run with the 40s on his feet.
Are they positioned thus when the horse picks its leg up, it can take a drink from the malt liquor bottle?
He whinnies and he goes up on his hind legs, and then he's just slamming 2 big 40 ounces of Mickey's malt liquor.
Okay, so the horse is drinking it. I don't have to rig up some elaborate straw mechanism, so I'm drinking from 40-ounce bottles on my horse's.
No, you're not drinking it. The horse is drinking it.
Okay.
Now you could rig up an elaborate straw for the horse, so that he can just keep running on that. It's just the snow is white and smooth. Yeah.
Well, you know what you say. They say
your mom and dad in the back of the sleigh. There's jingle bells going.
You can buy a horse a 40, but you can't make him drink from a straw.
You can give a horse a straw, but you can't make him drink.
Why do no animals get this? Like, have any animals figured out the straw? I know a lot of 2-year-olds can't figure it out, but maybe that's what we have on the animals is that that we can do straws. Which they're trying to get rid of straws now, right?
Yeah, because now the turtles have figured it out, and we're like, oh no,
no, they haven't figured it out. They haven't figured it out at all.
They're trying, and we're scared of what would happen if they actually did.
I think the dolphins probably figured it out.
They have nature's straw. It's the blowhole.
That's true. So it would make sense why when drank a sip from my can of Pepsi when I was at SeaWorld, and nobody believes me, but they probably are believing me now.
Yeah.
At the time, I was in Ohio, which had a SeaWorld.
What?
Yes. Ohio had a SeaWorld.
That's rude.
Nature's great mistakes. Ohio's SeaWorld.
All right.
I'm coming back over to the.
Okay, come back over to the table. Should I go?
I think you should.
I think
you should be next.
All right, I'm next.
Fucking chains. 3 chains is too much. You should just stick to 2 chains.
Hello?
Hello. What are you going to do with your Christmas vacation?
My name is Tad.
Oh, just like Abraham Lincoln's little boy.
Yes. Just like Abraham Tad.
Exactly.
For my Christmas, I am going to... Wait, I thought that I would give a fake name because everyone's been giving fake names tonight, but I don't know. I'll just be honest. Hi, I'm Nathan.
It's Nate.
I'm the co-host of the show.
But he's in the hot seat right now, and I'm gonna have to tell him what he has to do.
It's so
what he
hot.
has to do.
All right, so here's my Christmas plan. My children are going to a thing on Christmas Eve, so I will be all alone on the eve of Christmas. And then they're coming over in the morning to find all of the presents under the tree. Oh my gosh. And then I will just be hanging out with my children and my ex-wife and her husband and their baby.
Well, you know that Christmas coincides with Festivus.
Okay.
It seems like a pretty good opportunity to invoke the feet or the feet
The feet?
the feet of strength.
Just gonna do feet stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody
do some
get your
stuff.
feet out.
It's the feet of
Tickling
strength.
time.
I'm just trying to get you to wrestle your ex-wife's new husband in front of the Christmas pole.
In front of
Festivus pole.
We don't have the pole, but we do have children, so the children could just watch me fight another man.
It's just like a winner takes all wrestling match for your children. Is what you
Wait,
do.
so this is for custody? It's a custody wrestling match?
No, just their favor. And they'll still come over, but they'll never look at you the same.
Could I not just buy them better presents and win their favor that way?
You could try, but they'll know that you're a sniveling weakling.
I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm trying to prepare them for life, and they're definitely on that sniveling weakling track. I have not been readying
Alternatively, you could throw the best party in town.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
Oh now! Oh now we're talking.
I'm gonna get my man Ricky to come in there with a fireworks display. I'm gonna come, but instead of
Wait for
wearing
their
pants over
stepdad
my
to go to the
adult
bathroom,
diaper,
and then ba-boom!
yeah, ba-boom. They're gonna be grown men dancing in adult diapers that they don't need. Lots of cool stuff. I'm gonna bring a giant bag of pennies, and I'm just gonna throw one at a time into people's mouths.
Okay.
When they're not expecting it. I'm going to be a big hit there. It's going to be the best party in town. We're going to play music on things that aren't musical instruments.
Like stormtrooper helmets?
Anything that you can drum a stick on is now a drum. But also, we're going to find things that have strings that you didn't know about. Like, did you know that you can play like a song on a string cheese if you pull those out just right?
No.
Put them on a loom. Put them on a loom, and you can twing and twang.
That's pretty exciting.
There's all kinds of stuff within your own home that can make the best party in town. We just have to invite the right people.
Okay. Who should I invite? Andre the Giant?
Dead.
Shit.
And think about, like, we want to get like the heavy hitters in Louisville in here. So Daryl Isaacs has to be there.
He's the heavy hitter.
Yeah, the heavy hitter. But
What about Winton and East End?
We want to get all of his lawyer buddies. We want to get like the who'd you say?
Winton and East End. They're the ones that say no gimmicks, and they have Master P in their commercial.
Yeah, they're gonna be there, and hopefully they can get Master P there.
All right. Can I get any other No Limit people on there?
Don't invite Papa John.
All right.
Just
Done.
don't invite him.
Done.
If you have a big party that Papa John's not at, that makes it a bigger party.
Okay. Can I invite Muhammad Ali?
You can invite Layla Ali.
Who is that?
It's his daughter. She was the women's heavyweight champion for a while.
Well, I don't know, because if we get into the feats of strength, I don't want to get beat by her.
Just make good with her, and then she will emasculate your ex-wife's new husband for you. That's the perfect move.
All right. Cool.
Also, I hope you bought your kids like a million presents.
I bought them a PlayStation.
Perfect.
All right,
They're gonna love it.
Cool.
A PlayStation 1? The original?
Yes.
I hope you got Parappa 1 and 2 for it.
I got Primal Rage.
They're gonna love going through those bandicoots.
Oh.
Scooting through the coots.
All right. Anything else?
No. If you follow all of my advice, and you must, you will succeed.
Thank you. Oh, and I'm back over here now. Here I am. Whoa. Oh, shit. I thought that was going to be the crowd applause sound effect, but it was the sad trombone. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Oh my God. Oh, thank you. Thank you all so much for coming. This has been our podcast called You Will, what's it called? You Will Do What We Tell You to Do.
You will do what I tell you to do on your Christmas vacation.
Thank you so much. This has been our podcast. Yes! I'm Nathan P. Woodard.
I'm Andrew James, AJ Estes. 3 chains.
Three J's.
University of Texas.
Good night, everybody.